Dyson, this is it. It's all down to this final game on Saturday at the Sheffield Steelers. How are you feeling heading into this weekend?
We feel good. We know that we can win there. As we have this year in the past. It was kind of the win that turned our season around a little bit. Winning in Sheffield, it was the first time we beat one of those big teams. So we know it's a team that we can beat, but we also know it's a tough place to play, and they have a really skilled lineup. So we got to be prepared for that, and obviously tighten up our defensive zone from how we played last game. And letting in 7 goals is not something we're about or we want to be about. So we got to sharpen up there, and then obviously play well offensively and bear down on the chances that we do get.
Just going back to that game on Saturday, I sensed the frustration off you when you came to talk to us post game. Looking back on it now, we're a good few days on from it. Does it feel like an opportunity missed when you look at the current situation?
Yeah, 100%. I think we all knew how big that Fife game was, and we did a good job coming out of there with 2 points and not giving them any points. But Nottingham was struggling for a long time. I don't think they won a game for almost a month before they beat us. So it was a game that I thought we could have had, and it was 5-5 going into the third. I don't think we played great at all in any of the periods, but there were some bits and pieces of the games where we did play well, and that's when we were scoring our goals. But then, yeah, defensively, we let ourselves down, and it was a game that, if we got points in, even if we got 1 point in, we'd already be in the playoffs and focusing up on, either Belfast or Guildford. But now we're in a situation where, obviously we want to go into Sheffield and just get some points and not have to worry about what happens with Fife. But yeah, it's definitely a game that, we let slide, and it's very disappointing.
So just explain the permutations as things stand. Clan win on Saturday. That's it. Clan are in the playoffs, so we don't need to worry about what Fife are doing. However, Clan lose on Saturday, and if Fife lose on Saturday, Clan again stay in the top 8 and are into the playoffs. But Clan lose on Saturday, and Fife beat Dundee on Saturday, then it goes to Sunday, and that obviously that's out of your hands at that point. You just need to wait and see what will happen. Safe to assume that is the permutation. You don't want that last one I've just outlined there. But have you given any thought to how you would feel if it does go to that?
Yeah, I've thought about all situations. I think through this past week, or even couple of weeks here, yeah, we definitely don't want it to go to that. Obviously, it's our mindsets, just go into Sheffield and get a win, but that's easier said than done. Like I said, it's a tough building, but Dundee's been playing well lately, and I think they're going to give Fife a good game. But like I said, we're trying not to worry about that. We want to go to Sheffield, find a way to get 2 points, even 1 point, I think gets us in. So that's our goal right now. And if that doesn't happen, then obviously we're going to have to, be watching the Twitter and the internet, which is something that, isn't fun to do, but hopefully it doesn't come down to that and we can just get those 2 points or 1 point in Sheffield.
As you've already mentioned, you beat Sheffield last time you were there down in January. A lot's happened since then, of course, with one thing or another. Steelers no longer in the title race. They're really playing for some kind of playoff momentum. Does that change the dynamic of what this fixture could have been coming into this weekend?
Yeah, a little bit. I think they're still battling with Cardiff to third place. So they're still playing for something, important. Maybe not as important as what we're doing, but and then they have some guys that have been there a very long time that I think it's going to be their last game. So obviously they're going to come out. They're going to come out strong, and want to win for those players that are retiring or moving on. Connolly and the captain there that's been there forever. So yeah, they're going to come out strong. We know that. But I think we just have to have it in our minds that this is, one of the most important games of the year for sure. Like we've talked about in this interview, we don't want to leave it up to Fife to have to, lose a game. We want to take it into our own hands, and that's why we had a couple good weekends there against Dundee, Fife, and then we beat Fife in that crucial game. So we did all that. We want to go into Sheffield and beat them.
I've already mentioned playoff momentum. Now, I'm being mindful of the fact the system in this country in the playoffs is different to anywhere else you've probably experienced. But give us an idea of just how big that momentum can be when you come into the postseason.
Yeah, it's a whole different setup. I think a whole different league game. Um, guys are doing the things that maybe they didn't do earlier in the season, which is selling out, blocking shots, and we're not sure how far Muse is going to be. He's been kind of on and off the ice, taking it really slow, but and then the goaltending is really huge. You run into a hot goalie when it's 2-game total point. You never know what can happen, and Ty's been playing well for us, so right now it's looking like he's going to be the one that starts if we do get in. So anything can happen in the playoffs. Obviously Belfast, if we play them, they've been on a tear. So the good thing is, I think, about this league is you get a full kind of week to look ahead at who you're playing and work on what they do in practice, and then what we're going to need to do and to stop them if it's Belfast from scoring so many goals, and find ways to score on them. But I think most importantly, I'm just trying not to look too far here. I want to go into Sheffield and find a way to get a point or two, and I think that if we can do that against a big team like Sheffield, I think that gives us a little momentum and shows that we could play with some of those big teams that are at the top.
As we speak, it's about 24 hours since we had the GCAs at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Glasgow. Great night had by all, certainly from the people I've spoken to. You received the OSC Player of the Year. Fantastic achievement for yourself. How pleasing was it rather, for you to be recognised by the fans for your efforts on the ice this year?
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, first of all, I think it was a great event. That it's something we kind of look forward to. I remember last year it was a really good event, and the guys, I think they had a lot of fun, and obviously, as for the award, I was really appreciative. It could have went to a lot of guys, that maybe score more than me or stuff like that. But I think I just, like we've talked, and I think everyone knows, I just try and do my best every night to work hard and do anything I can to help the team win. And like I said, I'm really appreciative of the award. I didn't really expect to get it, but you know, um, I'm proud of it, and I'm really happy.
Of course, begs the question. The Players' Player of the Year award went to Gary Hayden. Have you had a stern word with the guys about their pick for that one?
Yeah, no one. I got to help out with a few awards, so me, Dixon, Boots. We, as soon as they gave us kind of the options of what we get to help out with, I think we were on the same page with pretty much everyone, and Gary was. He was our number one pick from the start. I don't, there's a lot of guys, like I said, that could have got it, but he popped up into all three of our minds right away. So no one's brought it up to me yet. I guess we'll see what happens in the morning.
And to finish off, going back to the weekend coming up, I don't know if you're a kind of person that thinks these things ahead, or it's maybe something you'll do in the spur of the moment. So take us into the locker room. Let's look ahead to the future on Saturday night. What are you going to say to the players before they hit the ice, knowing what's at stake on Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing we talked about in Nottingham. Obviously, that didn't work out, so I'm gonna have to switch up the speech a little bit. But we don't, like I've said, and I don't think anyone ever wants to, wait for someone else to have to lose or worry about that. We have a chance to choose our own destiny here and get into the playoffs by just getting a win or a point. And I think the guys should know that. And it's been a long year for us. So last game of the year. Was it the 54th game? So, we've been through so many ups and downs and a lot of adversity and, a lot of losing streaks and a couple small winning streaks. So it's been a long year. And I think the last game, you kind of just always want to throw everything on the line and give everything you got. And, if you do that, and everyone plays well for 60 minutes, I think our team has a good chance to win against anyone if we can throw 60 minutes together. But yeah, last game of the year, I just want the guys to come out, give everything they got, and whatever happens, happens.